everyone, it's Kate from The Forge Line. I am back this week with a new video series for you all. This one is a bit of a test, and if you like it, please let me know because I can do more of them. As you know, a lot of people, well maybe you don't, we get lots of requests for help finding patterns. So I do a series called Find My Pattern where I'll find you a pattern based on a ready to wear garment that you've seen or something in a film. But we have had so many questions about Killing Eve and different patterns that I thought I might just do a whole little episode on some of the key looks from the 3 series. If you like this, I can continue and do other series. I was thinking Marvelous Miss Maisel would be a kind of an obvious one, or films. You can suggest what you'd like me to do. Yeah, if you like them, let me know, and if not, I can stop. I just thought it might be a bit of fun to do. So I've got 10 looks which I have picked. They are the looks that we have been most requested by you guys. They're also some of the core looks if you're looking up the Killing Eve, the ones that pop up over and over again outfits. And I've got one where I need your help. It's really foxed me. So I'm going to get started. I'm not going to talk about what happened in each episode of, and where it was in the series, because otherwise I'll be gassing on for hours. So the first one I've got to talk to you about, I'm going to show you the picture of the one that we're hunting for, and then I'll show you the pattern that I found to go with them. Obviously these are all open to interpretation, and if you have got an idea of a better pattern that that you think is closer, please let us know, because I'm not perfect and there's definitely so many patterns now it's hard to trawl through, but I think I've done quite well. So the first one was one of the kind of the looks. I think this was the first series. This pink dress, freaking beautiful. I loved it, and I think she was wearing kind of chunky boots with it. It looked amazing. And this one we have been requested so many times from people, and I haven't had the time to sort of sit down and really hunt for it. But there was a new release in the last month, and I'm sure a few of you will look at it and think, I know the one. The Sophia dress and top from Victory Patterns. I thought this was a really good option because it's pretty similar in shape. So it's got the shearing along the front. The shearing on the Sophia dress is much more extreme than on the Killing Eve version. So if you wanted to copy that, you would just leave out some of the lines of shearing. It's got the puff sleeve. It's got the kind of full kind of skirt. The Killing Eve version has got these really beautiful pleats around the bottom. I think it's actually 2 layers. So you could totally do that. I think the thing again with all of these sort of things is fabrication. So you can see the Sophia top dress is made in sort of something like a viscose. But if you made it in something like in the Killing Eve, which looks like probably a chiffon. It's quite a structured chiffon, and it looks like there's layers of them, I would say. I think that you would definitely get the feel of that. So I was really pleased with that because I thought that was a really good option. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to have a giant pink dress like that? I think everyone needs one in their life. So the next outfit I've got, I couldn't find one of the full dress, but this picture, this dress was really, really amazing. I think it was definitely for me one of the kind of core looks. I loved it. I spent a while looking for it. I definitely think actually you could probably, if you wanted to, get the feel of this from the Sophia dress. They're quite similar. It's got that square neckline and the sleeves, but there is a pattern that's really close to it. It's the Adriana dress from Friday Pattern Company. This comes in sizes, I didn't tell you about the size of the last one. This comes in sizes UK 6 to 28. The Sophia dress, the one I was just talking about, comes in sizes 0 to 30, so it's got a really great size range. Sorry, getting like riled away with myself. So yeah, I thought this was really close. It's got that elasticated bit, this sort of, I think you'd need to square up the neckline a little bit on the Adriana dress, but if you put them, I mean, they're pretty close, and you could just make the sleeves a little bit shorter. But yeah, I thought that was beautiful, and I love the use of the fabric, how she's got the stripe going one way on the main part of the dress, and then the sleeves have got this kind of, the stripes going the other direction. So I thought that was a really good option. This coat, I think about 10 people have asked me to find this coat, and I can totally understand why. It's absolutely beautiful, really oversized, great shape. It took me quite a long time, but I found something. It's not perfect, but it's definitely pretty close. So the pattern that I've got is the Vogue 9340. This comes in sizes UK 4 to 24. It's available on the online shop. It's got raglan sleeves, which it's hard to tell. No, I think this has dropped sleeves. But it's got that tie at the front. It's very similar in shape. The core difference with this is that it has a hood, and the Killing Eve version has a little collar. Now, because this is being cut with a hood, I think adding a collar to it would be quite simple in terms of how the neckline is cut. It's designed to have something else going on it, so I think you could add those big sort of oversized that big oversized collar, and you've got the tie at the front as well. So I thought that was really close, and I was really pleased with that, because it took me a long time to find it, and I think that's pretty good. So next up, I'm sure a lot of you will see this and instantly know the pattern. This look was everywhere. We did get a couple of requests about it. I love the fabrication, that beautiful silk with the contrasting piping. For any of you that haven't guessed it, it is the Caroline pyjamas from Closet Case Patterns. This comes in sizes UK 6 to 20. It's beautiful. These are a classic. So many people in the community have made them. I'm sure maybe one or two of you have made them. Yeah, you can use whatever you want. You can use this. If you want it to be like that, I'd go for a sort of silky satin, but you could make them in a, I know lots of people have made them in a cotton, which is definitely easier to work with. If you're in the sort of newer territory, I would head towards the cotton version rather than the viscose. But yeah, it's got all the lovely classic details. The Caroline pyjamas has got long, let me just have a look, is there a short sleeve option? Oh yes, there is a short sleeve option. So yeah, you can actually make them completely the same. Yeah, they're a real kind of classic pattern. Next up, I think this was the opening to the third series and the first couple of episodes. This really, she was on a motorbike and she was wearing hot pants. She looked amazing. And this blouse, and I've had, again, a couple more emails about this particular pattern. This one, again, I think some of you might guess looking at it, for anyone who's like a nerd about sewing patterns, the Pussy Bow blouse from Sew Over It. This comes in sizes 8 to 20, UK 8 to 20. It's almost perfect. I mean, the only thing I would say is that it looks like the version that she's wearing has got quite a deep cuff. Sorry, my laptop is here. But you could totally do that. It wouldn't be a huge thing to change, but apart from that, it's really close. It's a really lovely pattern. I know a lot of you have made this one as well. So yeah, I was really chuffed with those ones. Next, we've got this really beautiful bomber jacket. Lots of people asking. Again, I feel with this, it's quite a simple shape and pattern, but it's all about finding really amazing fabrication, something really special. I mean, this looks like almost like an upholstery fabric, very thick and structured. And if you want it to have that sort of kind of almost look, it's not the right word, but like bubbly, like really structured, yeah, find something heavier weight fabric. I've definitely seen people use home furnishing fabrics to make these sort of things, so, or line it and add some interfacing in the middle. That can make it kind of add some more structure. So the pattern that I've got for this, there are quite a few bomber jackets, but the one I thought that was closest was the Amelia bomber jacket from Wardrobe by Me. This comes in sizes 0 to 24. It's got darts underneath the bust, it's zip up the front, cuffs as you expect, cuffing around the top as well, and cuffing around the bottom, which the Killing Eve version has. I think this is, you know, if you're looking for a bomber jacket, it's a really nice option. Next up, this is definitely the most questioned dress, without a doubt. Loads of people have asked me about it, and I did feature this in another video with the By Hand London Eloise dress, which I think is really similar, but there is a new pattern on the market that I think is a little bit closer than the By Hand London Eloise. It is very similar, but the thing that is different with this is that it's got a waist seam, which the By Hand London one doesn't have. So the pattern that I have got is the Sari sheath dress from Pattern Society. This comes in sizes UK 8 to 16, so it's quite a small size range. But I thought it was pretty close. It's got the waist seam, it's got darts underneath the bust. The only thing that is tricky, which was the same with the By Hand London Eloise one, is getting that big sleeve. So what I did recommend doing in the last video where I spoke about this particular dress is that you could use the By Hand London Hannah wrap dress, which has this beautiful kind of voluminous sleeve, and put that on this shape. But I think if you're, so you need the By Hand London Hannah wrap, and the sheath dress from Pattern Society, and I think together that is the perfect mix of patterns. So yeah, that was that one, and I loved this, and the fabric is beautiful. So if anyone can find any beautiful floral that's those kind of vibrant colours, let us know, because we're all going to make matching ones. So this dress was actually, to be honest, I didn't notice this dress, but this was popped up on all the fashion websites that I was looking at. Everywhere featured it, and the more and more I looked at it, the more I thought how nice it was. It's a really simple kind of wrap dress. Again, the fabrication is beautiful. It's got a really beautiful, interesting geometric print. But yeah, a wrap dress with grown-on sleeves. I thought this was going to be really easy to find, but actually finding one that had the same sleeve shape was quite difficult. So what I have found is the Claire dress from Workshop. This comes in sizes UK 6 to 16, so again, a smaller size range. But this was the closest in terms of the shape. It's an absolute classic wrap dress, and there are lots of other wrap dresses out there, so if you feel if this isn't within your size range or you're wanting another version, I think that there'll be other ones out there, but this one to me was the closest that I could find to hers. In terms of the length of it, the cut of the skirt, it feels very, very similar to the Killing Eve version. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. Next up, this is our second to last one. This was everywhere again in all the fashion websites, and it's a really, really beautiful shaped dress. I again thought this was going to be very easy to find, but actually it's really complicated. Well, not really complicated, it just took me a long time. It's an A-line sort of 70s inspired shift, and there are a lot of shift dresses out there in the indie sewing market, but finding one that has that slight flare was really difficult. But of course, Tilly and the Buttons came to the rescue with the Francoise dress. So this comes in sizes, hang on a second, 8 to 20. 8 to 20. It has that classic shape, that sort of 60s kind of, I guess 60s, 70s feel to it. The core difference that you're going to need to add is the ruffle at the sleeve, which I think is be simple enough to do, and the neckline is almost the same, so I was really pleased with that. It's a really lovely dress actually. It's got really nice French dart underneath the bust. Yeah, it's a real cute one, and then it has some shaping in the back as well, so it's got some fisheye darts in the back of the dress. But yeah, I thought that was pretty much perfect. So the last one that I've got for you is this really gorgeous dress which she was wearing in a wedding. I couldn't find it because I started this search a few days ago, but there has been a pattern release which I think is pretty close. So it's the Pauline Alice Sadavi dress, which has just been released. We've actually got it on order. It's arrived. It's kind of shipping in transit at the moment, so it will be available on the online shop soon. It's beautiful. It's got loads of the details, similar sort of details to the Killing Eve version. It's not perfect in terms of the cut, but I definitely think you can get the feel of that dress, because the dress was all about the beautiful fabric and the detailing. It's got all these other little pin tucks, which the Pauline Alice dress has got. And yeah, I think it's really, really gorgeous. So I think that one is really fab. I love it. Such a beautiful pattern. I can't wait to get my mitts on that one. I'm really excited. So the last but definitely not least, this is the one where I need your help, guys. So this gorgeous, gorgeous tailored jacket. Help me. Can you find anything similar? I looked and looked and looked. I feel like we're not going to be able to find it. That beautiful sleeve, that's the thing that I was really looking for. I was just trying to hunt out sleeve options, and then you could obviously put a sleeve on something else. The closest that I could find, and this is not in terms of the core structure of this, is the Jessica blazer from Closet Case. Patterns would be a really nice starting point. That's a classic blazer shape, but the sleeve, I just can't find anything. And does anyone know anything? So please, if you've got any suggestions, let us know. Right, whew, that is it from me, from a very hot and sticky London. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you do let us know, because I can do more of them, pick different TV series and films to do. Yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts. So have the most fab weekend, and we'll be back soon with another video. Bye!